Hello and welcome to the Heated Debate brought to you by Emirates. We will be here every single match day in Qatar at the World Cup, which kicks off today, bringing you plenty of conversation, plenty of debate as we get into all of those different topics that you're talking about at home and we're talking about out here as well. You can get in touch with us, all right? We are live, obviously, on Sky Sports News YouTube and also the Sky Sports Football YouTube, so we can see your comments, plus get in touch with us on Twitter. Use that hashtag, The Heated Debate. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Where will England go? What will your reviews and reactions be to all of the games? Plus, what we're saying as well, because we're not right, I'm not right, our guests aren't right, but you might be right at home, so we want to hear from you. I've mentioned our guests. Let's bring them in and let's chat to them, because we've got two very special people here who've joined me in Qatar in the sunshine. It's a pleasure to see you both. We've got James Allcott, YouTuber extraordinaire. I'm looking forward to your reactions to these videos and to finding those players that maybe I didn't know about, that you're going to certainly tell me about during this tournament.
I'm so excited about this tournament. And just to be clear, I am right on all of my things. So feel free to let me know in the chat. And it's great to be here with both of you guys. Tournament's about to start, football's about to start, and it's always a feast. It's going to be amazing.
It is indeed. We've got Thogden with us as well. And Thogden, you're here in Qatar for a very, very special journey and a very special trip. I was teasing this up before on Sky Sports News about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Talk to us about it, because you're about to take on a mammoth task, mate.
Yeah, it's a task that nobody has ever done before. It's aiming to go to every single World Cup match here in Qatar. Everyone. It is possible because of where the stadium's positioned. There's a 7-kilometre radius with all the stadiums, apart from one, which is Al-Bayt, which is 40 kilometres away. So it's going to be a mission. There's going to be one game we're going to have to leave at half-time and try get into the other stadium. We don't know if it's possible. But if we do it, Guinness World Record, mate.
Wow. I mean,
there's rumours that Thogden's going to be the masseuse.
He's going to have to do a job. Someone will. Maybe you.
Yeah, whatever you need. Just let me know. Give me a text.
I will do, yeah.
That's seriously impressive. We've been struggling for tickets to try and get to different games. He's going to all 64 games. This is amazing, James.
Unbelievable stuff. I think, to take in every single game, and in particular, obviously, those big ones when we get to the knockouts, the semi-finals, the final of the World Cup.
And that's when I can chill out more as well, because when we get to the knockouts, I can actually enjoy the matches, not have to run from one place to another. So fingers crossed.
You just got to get through the group stage then.
Yeah,
it sounds
exactly.
Like. Yeah.
Talk to us about it, because are you going to be walking between some of the shorter distances? Are you going to be running there, getting on a bike? It's hot here, right?
It's called Heated Debate because how hot it was. But
it already is getting heated, right?
It is, yeah.
Or have you got cars or buses? You use the public transport, metro here? What are you doing about it?
The main plan is metro system. You get a hire card and you get to travel completely for free whenever you go. And you can get on all the different metro lines to all the different stadiums apart from one. So it's going to be much quicker. I'm not going to risk it with taxis too much, because if you get stuck in traffic, that could be a game changer.
Wow. Right. Yeah. Okay, then. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure you'll be documenting your journey. I'll be on those Instagram stories every single day watching, mate. So.
Get me on again and we can discuss how I'm doing. Maybe I've flopped by the next time.
But maybe, hopefully not. We're not going to jinx it here. Right, let's get into the conversation. It is the Heated Debate. We're going to be talking about plenty of different topics over the next few weeks. Every single match day, we'll be looking ahead to games. The first one today, we'll be looking back at games where England and how they performed as well. But I thought, to start the tournament, we've got to get your predictions about it all. As you can see, we've got 8 different topics we're going to go through. We've got you guys to write down your predictions for all of them. As I said before, please remember, tell us that we're wrong. Or James, he's already said he's right on all of them.
Feel free to let me know that I'm right.
He's right or wrong on it, okay? So let's start with winners of the tournament, the big one. You're going to be going to the final. You'll be seeing somebody lift that beautiful gold trophy. Thogden, we'll start with you. Who's winning the tournament?
I'm going to go for one team and one team only who holds Messi.
Oh, wow. Straight in.
Argentina. Can I put it on the board?
Yes, of course you can. All right, go on. So we'll put this up there. So you're going Argentina straight off the bat.
And my reason being...
Go on.
They have such a great squad. They won the Finalisma. They won the Copa America. They've had 30 years of tearful losses. And all of a sudden it's changed around in the past year. I just feel that there's a positivity around that nation, and it could be their trophy. So let's see.
I think you're getting caught up in the narrative here a little bit. I think Argentina are really balanced. They're looking really, really strong. Lionel Messi, of course, is a wonderful, wonderful player. And I think they'll go far, but they'll lose in the semi-finals, and they'll lose to Brazil.
Now, I want to stop you here, okay, James, very quickly, because the other thing in the room that I think people are picking up on YouTube, he's picked Argentina.
I know.
Look at the kit that he's wearing just there.
I know, shocking, right?
You're so good at getting it right. The attire is spot on. But the pick, I mean, maybe is that subconscious? Deep down, you really know that Brazil are going to be winning this?
I just love the kit. Absolutely love it. But in terms of winners, it's got to be Argentina.
Do you think that's the semi-final, though?
Oh, it has to be, doesn't it?
It has to be.
And Argentina beat them in the final of Copa America, so there's no reason why they can't do it again.
In Brazil as well, I think you're right. Look, the reason I'm going with Brazil is because I think everywhere I look, and every team in this tournament, there are a lot of fallible sides.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to have a weakness, but every road I go down when it comes to Brazil, first of all, the squad depth in terms of attacking options to win games, I think they have so many going forward. People talk about the fullbacks. Fullbacks are fine. And the thing is that those fullbacks are going to kind of sit back, and then you're going to allow Neymar to do what he does brilliantly. He's actually going to drop quite deep. He's going to play almost in midfield at times to get on the ball. They've just got so much, and then they've got that security of a back four. The two centre backs, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos.
Yeah.
The goalkeepers, the sub goalkeeper.
Are you worried about
Edison and Allison?
Defence, Thiago Silva, Dani Alves.
Do you know what I would do if they were playing with fullbacks that are going to bomb on? I don't think they will. Okay. I think they'll be that little bit more careful, and because of that, they'll have that security. And I think when it gets to extra time and they need a goal, they have the players to do it.
I'm already liking the debate between you both right here. Yannis says Thogden knows ball.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, so you're getting some positive things there.
Yeah.
Also, we've got another England fan with a Brazil shirt. Look, you can wear a Brazil shirt. You picked Argentina as well.
England fan wearing a Brazil shirt, picking Argentina.
I know.
What's going on here?
So we will be wearing plenty of different shirts throughout the entire tournament. Let us know some of your favourite shirts in the comments right here. Why is he wearing a Brazil shirt? Because we can. Okay, yeah. Because we can. I don't know what I might choose tomorrow. We were having some chat in our group chat before about what we're possibly going to wear.
There's only one shirt for tomorrow.
You'll see it tomorrow, you definitely will. Right, we've got these two then, winners. It brings us nicely on to the next one because, well, I say nicely, I'm not too happy about it. I've not given my prediction. Maybe I will at some point. England.
Yes.
Where will they go in this tournament? You've got Argentina and Brazil as winners. Guys, I'm heartbroken. Does that mean it's not coming home?
Go on, you go first.
I think we'll go far, but I don't think we're going to win it. I'm going to go final. Here we go. I'll just show you.
Wait a minute. So we're having more final heartbreak. I don't think I can take this anymore. Last year was bad enough. Yeah. And you think we're going to get to a World Cup final and it's not going to happen, Thogden?
I've got to be honest. I've been to Russia where we got to the semi-final. I think we'll step on from that. We had an incredible run. We went far. We played as a team, and it feels as if there's a really positive aura around that dressing room in the training camp here in Qatar. But I just don't think we have enough against Argentina. And the same for you against Brazil. Where do you think England will come?
I think the draw is a big part of this as well, isn't it? Because with the draw, if it works out for us with some of maybe our future picks, you'll see that England could have another quite nice draw. I think that other side where you see Argentina and Brazil, that just looks really ugly to me. I don't want England anywhere near that. And so I was 4 words, 2 sentences. Why not? What if is what I was thinking with England, because everyone's been so sceptical. Yeah. Everyone has been so sceptical, and I thought, come on. Chemistry, also not conceding goals, which I know people are concerned about our back 3, back 4, but Southgate knows what he's doing. I trust his process.
Would you play a back 4 and change to a back 3 against harder teams?
I would play back 4 against Iran, and then I would do exactly that. And I think Gareth will do that as well. I think he'll play a back 4 tomorrow.
But changing a system in such a small space of time is a risky.
But I think that squad's been together for quite some time. And so that's why I think we will go to the final. I think we will be okay.
We agree.
You pop that up for me.
I can.
I think we'll get to the final, but the sort of the what if and the why not, and my heart getting stuck into this, then gets ripped apart when I think we play Brazil in the final.
Can I just say, anything can happen in the final. We're just not going all the way. I don't want to sit here before the first match in England and say we're going to win it. Let's be real.
Right, we're having comments here. You guys are sparking lots of debate in the comments as well. We've got Sheba saying England isn't winning the World Cup. Ouch. Agreeing with both of you. We've got Brazil versus England final. Detol has said that one. So, James, he's agreeing with you. He's not saying, who do you think will win, though, Detol? Let us know. England will flop. Oh, wow. Because that's quite interesting, because I'm presuming, I think a lot of England fans are just saying, we're getting out of Group B. Statistically, 4 teams that are top 20 ranked in the world, England, Wales, Iran, the USA, you just think they're going to breeze past those, and England, they're going to top the group, I'm guessing, so then in the next round they get a slightly easier draw if all things go to plan. Yeah. And then for you, Thogden, they're just going to make it where they're going to cruise through to the final?
We're both basing it off the fact we win this group.
Yes.
Which is a pretty big statement. It's actually the hardest group on paper with FIFA rankings. Everyone has a respectable amount of quality in that team. If we start with Iran, they're used to the conditions. then USA and Wales, they'll both be up for it. We all saw what happened last time we played USA. I think the group is easy if we win it.
Sorry, I just got a flashback.
I know. If we win the group, it's great.
So wait,
Who says we will?
It's easy if we. So we have to win the group.
We will win the group.
You
If we
think
win the
that?
group, we
We
play
will win the
second
group.
from Group B,
Yeah.
and that could be Qatar
France
or
or-
Ecuador or
Oh,
Senegal.
sorry, you're right. Sorry, yes. And
Well,
then the
yeah.
round after, it could be France, it could be Denmark.
Oh, but
Hang on
I
a
think
minute, we're in a
France-
semi-final here.
I
Things
mean,
are happening.
come on.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, you guys have just mentioned it could be easy if we win the group. France, you just mentioned we could
No,
get Senegal
Our round
as
of
well.
16 game.
Okay.
Senegal don't have Sadio Mane. They don't have many attacking threats. I'd be very excited if we played Senegal in the round of 16.
The bottom line is, I want to get behind the lads.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
You want to get behind them, but they're not winning it. They're getting to the
Well,
final.
again,
not having it.
I think that's the right English mentality of,
Yeah.
I think we'll do all right, but I just don't think we'll get over the line.
All right
Absolutely.
then. So talk to us about Southgate, because I've been watching your YouTube videos, I've been watching Instagrams, and people are getting behind him, but there's also plenty of criticism. James, I'll start with you around Gareth Southgate. Plenty of criticism, but he's got us to a semi-final. He's got us to a final. Is he the right man that can win the World Cup for us?
He is. He really, really is. I think he's... English fans can get a bit jittery. And also I agree with the fact that the form has not been great. The quality of football has not been really exciting. And also I think almost a problem, but a useful thing for people who do have a YouTube channel, is that there's so many options and so many ways that we could play. And you kind of want us to go and beat teams 5 and 6. But if you look at teams that win World Cups, and you look at teams that do well, look at France and all the quality that they've had over the years, and they won a World Cup, and they got to a final in 2016, they play conservatively, and they're kind of careful. And it's not sexy, but it gets us to... See, we're
He
getting
knows
beat, eh?
who these fellas are out.
It's not sexy, but it could get us the whole way. And I think
Yeah.
if he sticks with that conviction, like he did in the Euros, I think he's also very humble in terms of making calls that he thinks are just the right calls. And there's been no stone left unturned with Southgate. You know that. And I think all that put together means that I have to back him. He completely deserves to be backed for this tournament, in my opinion.
Right, well, let's move on then, because another team that are in our group that have had a difficult few years, first World Cup since 1958. They've been waiting 64 years, and let me tell you, the Welsh fans, they are here, and they're definitely...
I just saw two guys with bucket hats.
They're excited, they've travelled, and they'll be at plenty of games, and they're super excited. Wales, where do we think they're going to end up? Tough group, as we've already mentioned. Their first game, the USA, that's not going to be an easy game for them. Are they getting out of this group? James, I'm coming to you.
Yeah, I'm going to go round of 16. I think they will get out of their group. This first game against USA is a huge one for them. Obviously, they'll play England and Iran after that. I think the thing that will help them is the fact that against USA, they will be able to play that counter-attacking style. And I always keep coming back to the fact that Bale's just clutch. Bale is
He's
just
a big
clutch
game player.
every single time. I like Dan James and Brennan Johnson either side of him. I like Kiefer Moore off the bench. Another prediction for me, I think there's going to be so many headed goals in this tournament.
You think
Okay.
so?
We've got a lot of big men. We've got a lot of teams playing with a back 3 and a back 5. We're going to put those crosses in. And I think there's going to be a lot of those lovely crosses and then great headers. And I think Kiefer Moore will score one of those when he comes off the bench. And I think they'll get the result they need against USA. And I think they'll sneak over the line. But then they'll go out in round 16.
We're having some comments here up the massive Wales. We've
Big
got
up the
so
Wales.
plenty of Wales fans that are in the comments as well. Is there a conversation to be had around the age of some of those players? Because a lot's riding on Gareth Bale, star man, Aaron Ramsey as well. People are talking about him and what he can do.
Yeah.
Gareth Bale, 33 years old. Now, that's not old, let me be completely honest with that one. But in terms of footballing age, he's moved across to the US. He's playing probably slightly less football. He's had injuries as well. Is the concern around all of that pressure being on him, or will he just have it on his shoulders? He's the star man. He'll turn up, Theo.
He's not a man for consistency. He's not a guy you're going to have play an 8 out of 10 every single week.
Apart from for Wales, surely.
But when he needs to turn up in an important tournament, Euros, World Cups, he will deliver. The fact he's in the MLS doesn't mean anything. He will still probably be first or second best player in our group. And I think he will carry Wales to the round of 16.
You're agreeing? That's not what this show is about. We want debate.
I'm
You're
sorry.
agreeing with this one.
I'm
Okay.
agreeing simply because I think they'll get second. They'll draw to USA,
Yes.
but they'll beat Iran by more goals than USA. And I think that goal difference will mean they push them up to second place. But when they play against, it's likely they play against Netherlands in the round of 16 because it's first in Group B. And I think that's a step too far. The Netherlands have got great depth. I don't think they'll win the tournament, by the way, but they will beat Wales.
Yeah, I just see the same pattern as the going out to Denmark in the Euros, where they were able to kind of get themselves over the line and get there, but then just had a little bit, not enough, basically. You've got to remember that Wales, in terms of population, is the smallest country in this tournament. So they've had a golden generation, and they've done brilliantly, and the Welsh fans are going to enjoy themselves.
They definitely they are in the comments as well. Adam Newman, Wales quarter-final, but lose to Canada.
Lose to Canada.
I mean,
okay, you have me to the end.
Interesting, right there. Could they go all the way? Wales will surprise England for sure.
Okay.
Angelo has said that one. Very interesting. If they can get out, anything can happen. Look at other international tournaments that Wales have been to. Underdogs, but then, as we've said, that red wall, brick by brick, all of those fans will be there at the stadiums, willing them to get further and further. Round of 16, you're saying. Let's see what they can do. Let's move on then. Right, next one. The Golden Boot. We've seen one man do it before. We've not won the World Cup since 1966, but we've got a Golden Boot. Harry Kane, he did it last time out. James, I'll come to you first on this one. Who have you got for it?
I'm going to go with Lautaro Martinez.
Oh, I thought you...
There we go. I think Messi's going to create a lot. I think a lot of another quick shout for Memphis Depay. Just because I think in the group stages where you score the bulk of your goals, if you're going to win the Golden Boot. And I think Messi and Argentina will do well and will get to those semi-finals. If it wasn't for Brazil, I would see Argentina going all the way.
Yeah.
And I think Martinez, it's a bit like Suarez and Messi back in the day. He will stay away from the hold-up play. Messi will go where he wants. He will get on the ball and he will find him and he will score some goals.
Well, in the comments, let us know, who do you think that will be the Golden Boot winner? Plenty of players to talk about. Also, plenty of players that aren't featuring that possibly could have got themselves a Golden Boot. Karim Benzema, he's not here now. He's ruled out with injury as well. That's heartbreaking, I'm sure, for him and for French fans. Sadio Mane, he would have been looking to score plenty of goals at this tournament. I hinted at one man before that's done it, and I can see the writing on your magnetic strip right there. You're saying it's coming home, but only the Golden Boot.
It's a final for England, and the Golden Boot will be Harry Kane. I think with Argentina and Brazil, the problem is they don't have a striker who's going to score all the goals. I think Lautaro Martinez will spread it out with Messi, Dybala, Di Maria. I think with England, you've got a goal scorer, a penalty taker, someone who'll get on the back end of things. If the ball's in the box and it's lurking about, he'll finish it like he did in Russia. Therefore, it's Harry Kane.
Yeah, annoyingly, that's a good point. Because the penalties is probably one thing, but Martinez definitely going to take those penalties when Lionel Messi's knocking about? Maybe not. But I do think Argentina will score more goals than England. So that's where it might hurt them when it comes to Kane.
No one's picked Kylian Mbappe, though.
They've not. I mean, surely this is a man that everyone's talking about it when it comes to club football. Yeah. But look at what he's done on an international stage as well. Because for him, I mean, he's won this tournament. Not Golden Boot just yet, but he can score goals. He's electric as well. If they play him in the right position, James, the position maybe he wants to play, do you think he'll score this tournament?
Well, a huge question for France is how are they going to play now? Are they just going to, sort of cookie cutter it with Giroud coming in for Benzema, or are they going to sort of twist it about that little bit more and try and get that bit more from Mbappe? I think part of it is to get the best out of him. That's why they've played Benzema and Griezmann in the past.
I don't feel like Karim being injured has changed their team at all. I think Deschamps would still have played Olivier Giroud and Mbappe on the wing.
What, you think Benzema would have been on the bench?
They won the Russia World Cup like that.
But the Ballon d'Or winner.
I know, it's crazy, but the manager has his choices. I think they would rotate the position. There's a lot of games in a short amount of time. But Olivier Giroud is the number one picked France striker, and it will stay that way if they're winning tournaments. And
we could see Olivier Giroud overtake Thierry Henry.
How long has this been going on for, though? I swear Giroud's been trying to do this for about 4 years.
I know. This is the World Cup.
Now's the time. Right now. How many scored in the last World Cup?
I love Messi has had his say on who he thinks will get the Golden Boot. Who do you think he said?
Golden Boot. Leonardo.
I love Messi. Is his
handle? Martinez, because he's going to get all those assists.
I mean, Messi, of course. What a tournament that could be for him. Right, let's move on then. Player of the tournament. Could any of you be picking the man I've just spoken about? You're eager, James. I can see you're ready to flip it around and show us.
Here we go.
Oh,
we've got Nene. We've got Nene.
I love it.
Apparently that's what his friends call him. So I've gone with Neymar.
Neymar to people who don't know who he is. Okay.
I've gone with Neymar. I think Brazil are going to have a great tournament. I think they've got a very tough group. The groups are fascinating because when you're trying to find some shocks in it, often the teams that you think, there could be a shock here, you then think, their group's kind of easy. And that's the group of death.
But the World Cup's made for upsets.
Yeah.
You're just thinking as if all the favourites are going to win their games. But the fact this tournament is happening in the winter changes it for me. I think most of the big nations are going to win more games because the players have been playing club football in the hardest leagues just a few weeks back. So there will be the same sort of repetition. In the summer, there's a long break, and the players start to turn off away from the football. And then you see more underdogs causing results. So I completely agree that your player of the tournament has to be the team that you expect to win.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
Looking at their group, though, just very quickly, Group G, Brazil, Cameroon, Serbia and Switzerland. As you said, very difficult group.
I mean, this could really fall down because the outrageous shout, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, is Brazil don't even get out of their group. But I have them as favourites. As I say, in midfield, you've got Bruno Guimaraes, you've got Fabinho, you've got Casemiro, you've got Paqueta.
So much depth.
But it's all around Neymar. All around Neymar doing what he does best. And so many creative players around him, I think, will be both excited and mesmerised by the style of play. And he's the main man, and that's why he's going to be player of the
You could argue, though, that he is the main man. There's been a lot of pressure and a lot of build-up towards this tournament. But in previous tournaments, he's been the main man. He's not really showed up for Brazil.
No, he's not had the same effect. And also, let's be honest, every time we go into a World Cup recently, it's all about Brazil. They're the favourites. They've got all these players. It always breaks down in one match. And that's what I believe will happen when they face Argentina in the semi-final.
Every single team is, as I say, every team is fallible. And for me, it's not in terms of how good Brazil are, it's the group.
Yeah.
Keep coming back. Switzerland are horrible. They're a horrible team to play against.
The group
Let's
is
move
not.
on.
No, it's not.
Let's move on to your one, because I've seen the name here. We were debating all about this. There's plenty
Here
of
we go.
heated debate off camera as well before the show even starts, when we're hinting at who you guys might be picking. Thogden, show
Ladies
us,
and
who have you
gentlemen,
gone for?
my pick for player of the tournament is Enzo Fernandez. Have you heard of him yet? You will have at the end of this tournament. I'm going to put him on the board.
Clip it up, please.
Tell us everything that we need to know about him then, Thogden. You're the man. We obviously knew plenty about him before this show right here. But
First of all, let's remember, I've predicted Argentina to win the tournament.
Yeah.
And Enzo Fernandez is a midfielder who'll be taking the role of Lo Celso, who came in injured. And he'll be in a midfield trio that holds it down to win the tournament. If he does, what he's had as an impact for Benfica in the Champions League, topping the Champions League group ahead of PSG.
Which
to
has
get
got
an easier
nothing
draw.
to do with the World Cup, by the way.
Absolutely, but he's having incredible club form.
Okay.
And I think he can bring that to an international stage. And if he does, not only are they more likely to win the tournament, but he deserves player of the tournament. We've seen it with Modric, the way he carried Croatia to the final last World Cup, and he was player of the tournament.
Okay.
I think Enzo Fernandez will have the same impact for Argentina.
Okay.
You already questioned
Whenever
me.
you're ready, whenever
Yeah.
you're ready.
very interesting then.
Do you want me to tell you why it's wrong?
Go on.
Okay, the reason why it's wrong is because, so you're saying Argentina gets to the final, okay? So that happens, right? And they win the final, right? You're telling me that Messi doesn't win player of the tournament?
No, I don't think he does.
And I mean,
This
that
is
is...
And I love
hipster
Messi.
Brazil
I love
shirt
Messi.
wearing behaviour.
I mean, the
Brazil show,
comments
here we
right
go.
here,
Calm
interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone, I think this
not
is
many
one
people
thing.
agree with you, Thogden.
Not
I'm
many
getting
people
from
agree.
the comments right here.
But
Not
we'll
many
look back on
people.
it. I think we'll look back on it at the end of the
I look
tournament,
forward
and
to
you'll
it.
be
I look forward
surprised.
to it. Do you know what, that's normally the case with this guy, so I am slightly...
Clip that up. We'll get it after he's done 63 matches. The day of the final, we'll see. We'll get him on and we'll speak around if he's right on any of these and how Fernandez has done. Right, let's move on to the flop of the tournament. And James, I'm coming straight to you on this one because Thogden mentioned something. Player of the tournament in Russia 2018 led them to a final. Luka Modric, great. So much experience. He's done so much in the club game. I mean, you would argue, I don't think there is an argument to say for Croatia that he is their standout man. He's done it plenty of times for them at big tournaments. He's showed up. Flop of the tournament. Who have you gone for, James?
Yeah, well set up. I've gone for Modric.
Wow.
The reason I've gone for Modric is more, I think it would just be, there'll be tears, is what I'm saying with Modric. 36-year-old box-to-box midfielder. He is an astounding footballer.
So we're putting this, you can go on.
I'll
He's
be
an
honest.
astounding footballer. The reason I've put him as the flop is because I just feel like there will be a shock somewhere, and maybe it's not too hefty a shock, but I think Croatia won't make it out of their group. I really like Morocco. I think they've got some quality there. As a QPR fan, there's my boy, Ilias Chair, ready to come off the bench and tear it up.
What a guy.
Ziyech as well. I think they've got a lot of creativity there. And I think Croatia, they're coming to the end of the cycle here. And I think they could just stumble here. And I was just thinking, there's another great shout, which Theo's going to come to. But I think with Modric, there will be tears because they won't get out of the group. It's his last tournament. I think that's the reason.
Right, Theo, let's get straight into yours then. Who have you gone for? Flop of the tournament?
My flop of the tournament is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wow, big
big
shout.
call.
He's joined the Portugal team. He's
Yep.
looking like he'll be starting training with them as well. Not been too well recently, but he could turn up for the tournament. Surely, after all of the talk, everything that's been said, he can't be the flop of the tournament. He's got to show up now, right?
Carl, it's a simple reason. He's come out to the press. He's come out with some huge statements. Everybody's expecting massive things. I don't even think he starts. I don't even think he starts. And if he does, he slows down the team. He affects the tempo. Portugal have so many exciting talents. Players like Rafael Leao, who currently don't get in the squad, who are smashing it at AC Milan. They should not play Cristiano Ronaldo. They have better options. They should play as a team and not aim an attack towards one man to score goals. Just for a story. There's a reason nobody wants him right now as well. At club level, the guy is getting on. He's had his time. It's time to move on, and this tournament will not be about him.
At club level, there has been so much conversation around Cristiano Ronaldo. Last season, he scored plenty of goals for them. This season, not has been as effective, and people will say that actually without him, Manchester United have been better. James, do you agree? Do you think that for Portugal, that'll be the case?
This is so dangerous.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's at your peril, because the thing with Ronaldo is he is enjoying every second of this attention. He's not built like the rest of us, and he will be so motivated. There's no imagine if he doesn't start. What is he going to be like in the locker room? He has to start. And the manager loves him. Ronaldo likes to manage himself in finals as well when he wants to. So there's no way that Ronaldo doesn't start. I think there's a discussion point in terms of when Ronaldo plays, are they better? And Portugal could be a flop, but Ronaldo, I'm wary to say it, because he always steps up. He's selfish as well. He'll be taking penalties. So even on a sort of metric level, he might just get away with it because they get a couple of penalties and he gets some goals. So I'm not sure it'll be a full flop.
Well, you heard it here first. Ronaldo is Thogden's flop of the tournament. Won't even start.
Love it.
No.
I can't wait to see that first game. Let's move on then. Surprise package from yourselves. This is a team that could do well. Maybe dark horses, people are writing off already, but will go far. Thogden, I'm coming to you first on this one. Surprise package, who have you gone for?
I've gone for Denmark. After a very successful Euros tournament, I'm backing them.
Are they a surprise, James?
So, I'll let you have this if you say they're going to win the whole thing, which you've not said.
I'm not going to say they'll win the whole thing. I think
In the semi-finals of the Euros?
Yeah, I believe they'll get to the semi-finals of the World Cup, and they should. Potentially even the final. They should push for it, especially after seeing Croatia do it in the 2018 World Cup. They had no chance at the beginning of the tournament. Nobody expected them to go that far. And Denmark come in with a good European run. In the qualifiers, they won 9 of their 10 matches, and they didn't concede until the final 2 games.
Yeah.
They scored 30 goals. They've got really good up-and-coming talents like Skov Olsen, of course Eriksson smashing it, Damsgaard at a European World Cup tournament as well. We saw how crucial he was on free kicks at Euro 2020. And they've got Joaquim Mela on the wing. I have full belief that they have so much team ethic, leadership. They've had their ups and downs, and together they can get to a semi-final at least.
I'm enjoying this conversation right here.
I'm enjoying the heated bit a bit too much, so I'm because I do agree with a lot that you're saying. I think in terms of balance and form, there's few teams better than Denmark.
Well, let's get your answer to this one then, James. Who have you gone for?
I've gone with Serbia.
Okay,
and
I like that pick.
Serbia, again, get out of the group. I was chatting to Vuj on the flight yesterday.
He convinced you?
Apparently
they were on a flight for 6 hours, 55 minutes. They had a conversation. They started it. 3 hours later, the conversation finished.
Yeah, we talked about a lot
Talking
of
about
stuff.
Serbia being the surprise package. So you've got some good things to say.
So the reason why I think Serbia do so well is because Vuj was tentative. And that's what you do when you think you've got a side.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of, we'll talk about those headed goals. Kostic with those fantastic crosses, probably one of the best crosses in world football. I think he made the most crosses over the last 3 years in the Bundesliga for Frankfurt. Mitrovic, Vlahovic as well, Tadic linking it all up, Milinkovic, Savic as well.
Kostic
really,
as well.
Kostic, yeah.
Loads of quality.
Great team.
And I think they'll beat a team who are going to be my biggest failure. So I think there'll be the surprise there, and I think they'll go very far in the tournament.
Plenty of people agreeing with you with Serbia right there. A few shouts for Uruguay. They could be a surprise package.
But then again, if Uruguay are a pretty good nation, you called me out for saying Denmark.
Are they a surprise?
Uruguay, are they a surprise?
I mean, tiny
That's what I'm saying.
population, but they've been successful at international tournaments
That's
before.
true,
I'm
that's
looking
true.
forward to seeing what they could do. Right, final one then. Biggest failure. Quite interesting, some of the names. This is the team that we probably expect to go very far, and they haven't. James, you hinted at yours, so I want you to go straight in for it. Why have you picked them?
Serbia will beat Portugal in the round of 16, and
That's big.
the reason why this is a huge failure is when you look at that squad and that starting 11. Because the stars that are there, Jota's a huge loss for them, but you bring in Leao, who's been unbelievable for AC Milan. Of course, Ronaldo, but then even say, the fullback, someone like Cancelo, your boy, was being there. The two centre-backs look great. You've got Danilo and Diaz there.
Bernardo Silva?
Bernardo Silva is one of my favourite players to watch. And when I ever think about playing against some of these players, I think Bernardo Silva is the worst player you can ever come up against. I think Declan Rice said that himself. But they're very defensive as well, very negative. It can get a bit clunky with Ronaldo up there as well because it's all about him. And I just think Serbia could... And they beat him twice in their qualifying. Serbia.
And they had to go to qualifiers to make it to the World Cup, Portugal, because they conceded that last-minute goal to Mitrovic.
May I do one?
Yeah.
He's fallen. Oh, gosh.
It's all gone wrong.
So we've got Ronaldo as a flop of the tournament from yourself, Thogden, and Portugal as biggest failure. Portugal fans in the comments, in the mud right now, they're not happy.
May I mention, for my flop of the tournament, saying Ronaldo doesn't mean Portugal won't do well. I think they will go far. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but they'll have a good tournament.
Ronaldo.
Absolutely. I said he shouldn't be in the team.
Biggest failure then. Thogden, final one to pop on there. Who have you gone for?
It's France.
Interesting. The current holders, they've won it before as well. They know what it takes to win the World Cup. They did it just 4 years ago. But you think failure?
It's the winner's curse. Since 2006, they haven't made it out the group, the winners. And I think that will happen again with France. Losing Kante and Pogba, who has such a crucial role in that Russian World Cup. They do. And Nkunku in training. Benzema in training yesterday. It's a lot of quality that they've lost. They can't bring a new player in. I'm sorry, this won't be France's tournament. There's too many good nations with bigger squads and with such a high amount of games in a small space of time. It's not going to be theirs.
They do have so much depth. Yep. That is the one thing you've got to say about France.
But not in midfield. That's the thing. Lots of depth in defence where they've got no injuries. So people will be actually a little bit disappointed that they don't get game time because you can only play 4.
And two other things, I think. One, the players that they've lost are, Kante is crucial to them. Benzema, I think, is the best player in the world. And Nkunku off the bench as well is crucial for them. And they may well meet the immovable force that is England, and they'll be out.
I didn't know who you were going to say when you said immovable force. Quite interesting. Some people saying Belgium for biggest failure. We've not mentioned them at all. Looking at their group, I mean, Belgium, Canada, Croatia, Morocco.
Do you know what's crazy about Belgium? FIFA ranking number 2.
But no talk about winning the competition.
No talk about winning. No one's backing them. They're almost an underdog if they win the tournament.
As well, I mean, I'm going to say this because I've put my thoughts out there on social media quite a few times on one man. The best midfielder in the world, I'd currently say, Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
If there's one man that can help them go far in a tournament, possibly win it, it is him. But again, we're not talking about him for Golden Boot. He can score goals. We're not talking about him
play
for
the tournament. Could have been a good shout. But it's the problem of not having Erling Haaland. He's got a striker of Romelu Lukaku who's just come back from injury. He's not match fit. And then Batshuayi, I don't believe in him. Eden Hazard's getting too old. Carrasco, I'm not a massive fan of.
I think they'll get out of that group, they'll be fine. I think it might be one where, again, they might tire as it goes on a little bit. But if they do win it, KDB will be winning.
And Trossard will play a key role.
Very
Underdog.
interesting.
What a player.
I mean, if they do go out there, if they do win it, we'll be eating all of our words. Or you guys will be eating all of your words as well. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Day 1, group match 1 as well. It's been amazing to have you here in Qatar for the heated debate, going through all of these. Thank you as well for everyone that's tuned in, and of course for getting involved in all of the comments and tweeting us using that hashtag #TheHeatedDebate. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to Sky Sports News and Sky Sports Football. We will be here every single match day where there's a game. There'll be conversation and there will be the heated debate brought to you by Emirates. So it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you tomorrow because Group B kicks off as well as the second day of the World Cup, and England are playing.
Come on, England.
I've got them to win, and it starts tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Good take.